the great German noodles.
Fantastic. Servus and welcome to Flo's German Kitchen. I'm Flo, this is my kitchen, and I show you how to cook the German way. And today we're gonna get basic. We're making Schwäbische Breide Nudla, Swabian noodles. And making your own noodles, your own pasta is something that really lifts up the quality of your cooking and an enormous amount. You don't need a lot of ingredients. Today I'm making Spelt noodles, so I have 250 grams of Spelt flour, I have a good heaping teaspoon of salt, an egg, 200 ml of water, and of course a good guzzle of German beer. Wunderbar. Let's start making the dough. You can use a stirring machine, but I think the kind of down-to-earth way to do it is making it by hand. So here's the Spelt flour. You can also use just some all-purpose wheat flour. I often do that. Today it is Spelt flour because Spelt is a crop that is used very often in Swabia, the area I was born. What I've done in the meantime is I've shaped some sort of a nest, and that's where we start. I add the egg first. Some of the water. Spread the salt. And then I take a fork and just start flipping the flour into the nest to mix it.
Flo in the kitchen when the morning rings, rolling out the dough like his childhood sings. Dinkle on the counter, mountains in his mind, Swabian hands working in the old school kind. He hums a tune that echoes through the hills, cuts the noodle along with the craftsman's skills. Handmade only, he shouts with pride, while the wooden board rocks like a folk rock ride. A Flo, master of the dough, Swabian heart beating in an elbow.
That's what happens when you pour too much water. It is not a disaster, but yeah, it gets a bit messy. Whatever, so we're still gonna make some very tasty, chewy Swabian Breide Nudla.
On his shirt like snow on a peak, he laughed to himself in a rustic street. Grandma showed me this back in the day. If you want real noodles, there's no.
So when you knead the dough and your hands look like this, you know you've taken too much water, but that's not a problem. Just add some more flour and everything's gonna be fine. I'll wash my hands, get some more flour, and I'll see you in a minute. Let's finish the job. Yeah, that looks much better. Actually, the dough is supposed to be pretty dry. Just pick up everything here. Knead it in the dough to get a smooth, dry, sturdy dough. A little more. I think I must have messed something up with measuring the water because that's quite a lot of flour I already added. Yeah, I will check that and you will find the exact amount in the video description with the recipe. Now we're where I want it to be. The dough is pretty dry, not sticky at all. Next thing you do is to just wrap it in some plastic. So that it's completely covered. And now you just let it rest in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour. That's a good time to start preparing your sauce or whatever you're eating with your Breide Nudla. So this has been resting for about 2 hours because I used the time and already shot another video. If you see this, this is a Krauttopf. I've shot a video on making your own sauerkraut. As soon as it's done, this is a process that takes a couple of weeks, but when it's done, you'll find the video here. But now back to the Schwäbische Breide Nudla. The dough has been resting, and now it's really solid, compact dough. It's already a bit sticky. That's always what happens when you let it rest. So I've got myself some more flour and then just roll it. Now it's your own choice how thin or thick you want to make the dough. Nowadays, when it comes to pasta, I often, like if you take Italian measures, I go to pappardelle more often or to rigatoni or something instead of spaghetti or tagliatelle, because yeah, I just like the more rustic stuff. I don't know if it's got to do with my age or whatever, so I'm not gonna roll the dough too thin, but always keep in mind that when you cook the noodles, they will expand in size, so also don't be lazy and make them too thick. So, and when I'm making this Swabian noodle dough, just something popped up my mind, and that's because this dough is also the foundation of another favorite famous Swabian dish, that's Maultaschen. I also like to make my own Maultaschen. If you want me to make a video on Maultaschen, just let me know. That's gonna be one of the next videos. We're done here. I'll check on the water. Yes, it's boiling already. Great. So let's make noodles. I'll take a lot of flour, and all you do is you roll the dough. And then again, it's a question of your own taste. I'll make them a little wider. Breide Nudla, breit means wide. So this is what I do. You can also make fine ones. But yeah, it's Breide Nudla, so let's make them wide. And now is the question, did I take enough flour? Yes, I did. You can just unroll them and make sure they're all covered with flour so they don't stick together. And this is actually some process. If you like it, you can also just make them, keep them that way, separate from each other so they don't stick together, and then just dry them and keep them and cook them some other time. That also works. Apart from having to plan a bit ahead because you need to rest the dough, making these pasta, also if you make the dough in the machine, it is not a lot of work, and it pays so well if you have your own pasta, your own Breide Nudla. And of course, when you have guests, it's always something you can show off with, telling, I've made my own noodles. This does not need to be rectangular or anything, because everything that does not make it look like it's made in a factory just proves that it's artisan work. So that's it, and I didn't exactly observe the time, but I don't think it took much longer than it takes to boil the water. So this is really, yeah, it's no work, but lots of benefit. If you want it a bit more al dente, I don't want to keep you waiting now, and actually I don't want to wait as well. What you can do to get it a bit more al dente is to just let it dry for maybe half an hour and then cook them. The water's boiling already, but I'm gonna get the stove here and then we go on. Let's cook these guys. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the noodles are floating on the surface. Usually that is the sign that they're already done, but as they are pretty thick, just give them another extra 30 seconds or something and then they will be fine. Also from the color you can see they're a little bit darker than usual noodles. That is because of the spelt flour. Now when you're cooking a sauce for the noodles, keep the noodle water because everything inside there is starch and you can use that to thicken your sauce. I think that's all we have. Yes, that's all. We're done here. So you don't want to see me taste just plain noodles. That's why I prepared something. First thing is a very simple German dish, Schinkennudeln. Maybe I'm gonna make a video about that as well. This is actually a very simple, very quick thing. That doesn't necessarily require making your own noodles for that. But come on, we got them. So let's have it nice. The other thing I prepared is a nice German goulash. And that's something that goes fantastic with homemade noodles, because it's also very rustic, meaty, hearty, perfect for the season we're having now when it's cold outside. Just lovely. Now look at that. Now what am I gonna try first? Let's give one a try. So this is pretty thick, chewy, that's what I said. I had it dry a little. Fantastic. Now Schinkennudeln, yeah, it's a simple thing you can make when you really don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna make a video about that as well. And here's the goulash. Now, for all of you with Hungarian roots, I know this is not a goulash to you, but it's what Germans call goulash. I love that. I enjoy it so much. I don't want to stop eating. So let's wrap this up. Make your own noodles. It is a simple thing. You've seen it doesn't take a lot of time, but it just adds so much to your cooking to have some homemade artisan food. So cheers on homemade food, cheers on German food, cheers on Schwäbische Breide Nudla. Wunderbar.